listening to your number one online radio station. Online radio station. The light you need on Insight Radio.
All right, right now, you know what time is it right here, right now. Whatever country, whatever city, whatever states that you are listening from, my name is Shofu Babalola Theophilos, right here, all the way from Lagos, Inside Radio. Okay, it's gonna be a fantastic, wonderful time here. And again, you know what time is it right now? This is 7 p.m. right in Nigeria, West African time, right? So, whatever platform that you are tuned in from, either from the radio directly, insideradio.net, or from the YouTube or Facebook account, or from LinkedIn. All you need to do is to stay connected to the end of this show. And today we have an amazing discussion, amazing topic to talk about tonight. And right here with me, I'm not alone on this episode of the Pest Experience show. I'm not alone at all. I have an amazing guest on the show tonight, and you literally need to also Stay tuned to the amazing discussion that we'll be having tonight on the pest control matters, pest control concerns, and questions and queries. And every single time, an opportunity is there for you to call in on the show. Right. So as I said earlier, I want to have again Mr. Ayode Oluleye on the show. Welcome back on the show. Welcome to the Pest Experience show. I know you've once been on the Pest Experience show, so it's a wonderful time having you again on the show. And tonight we are going to be talking about overcoming challenges faced by a growing pest control company. I mean, that's a fantastic topic to discuss on, you know, to discuss on in the pest control industry, to deliberate on what are the major challenges, what are the steps to take, what are the guidelines, what are the procedures to take in terms of scaling in the pest control industry, in terms of developing in the pest control industry. So, over to you, sir. What exactly are the challenges that is being faced by a growing company, pest control company, and then how can they basically reduce all those challenges, overcome these challenges so that it can stay? First thing in every business is start. To start is like much interesting. To start a pest control business or any business is very, very interesting. But to stay is another thing. It's every goal of every business person to stay in the business. But now to scale is a different ballgame entirely. So now we're going to be talking about what exactly would make a pest control company to start, stay, and scale. All right. So you literally need to stay tuned to the end of the show to learn the nitty gritty. What I mean by nitty gritty from someone who has a seasoned expert is also the General Secretary of the Pest Control Association of Nigeria. You literally don't want to miss out from this amazing episode of the Pest Experience show. So welcome again, and let's dive in into the ocean, sir.
Okay,
Great,
can you hear me now?
fantastic. I can hear you very loud and clear.
Oh, awesome, awesome. It's good to be here on your show tonight. It's good to be on Pest
Fantastic.
Experience. Thank you, SB, for everything you do on Insight Radio and the Pest Experience show, where knowledge is being shared freely, abundantly to up and coming and even expert and stable professionals in the industry. I'm pleased to be on your platform
Great.
tonight. Once again, my name is Ayodeji Fortune. I'm of the Fortune Pest Solutions Limited, also of PestShop.ng Nigeria, and also by privilege, I also happen to be the National General Secretary of the only single umbrella body of pest control practitioners in Nigeria. That is the Pest Control Association of Nigeria, PECAN. So, and I'm glad to be on this platform tonight, Nigerian time with you. And I believe we're going to have a great time of deliberation and a lot of our listening audience, we have one or two, three, 10 things to take home and to learn from us. Why we also learn from the audience
Exactly.
by taking their questions and their comments. Thank you so very much, SB. I'm glad to be here. Thank you. So let me get your question now, please.
Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Welcome again. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, great one. So, now I said something earlier on about starting, staying, and scaling. It's easy for every business person to start, but it's a different ball game to stay, and it's an extra skill. So, what are the procedures for operators? Being the fact that we're actually streamlining the pest control business right now, but I know that these strategies, these techniques that we're going to be discussing tonight is not just focused on the pest control brand alone. So, if you are an entrepreneur, you need to also stay and listen to this program because it's going to be beneficial to you too. So, what are the processes that are involved in scaling in the pest control brand?
Yeah, thank you. As it is, pest control industry anywhere all over the world is a regulated industry. It's a highly
Yeah.
regulated industry because of the peculiarities of the uniqueness of the services we render. It's not among some of those practices or services that people just pick up and say, "Oh, I want to do." Unfortunately, in our climate here, Nigeria, it seems to be an escape from unemployment for a lot of young people, which is not bad. Pest control industry has the capacity to create job for millions of young people in Nigeria and beyond. So, but what matter is things need to be done in the right perspective, right order, and according to regulations. So, like I said, a lot of our people, we started very crudely, just like I started, and but we need to understand where standardization have to be put in place in the industry, and that is what we really start for. So, how do you start a pest control business? A lot of people have asked this several questions. I am a living testimony of how to start from wherever you are, and my life story has been what has been been a huge inspiration to a number of young people all over the world, all over Nigeria, Africa, on how to start from less than $10 and scale it to big numbers. So number one thing is that, do you really believe in this industry? Whatever industry that you want to practice in, that you want to play in, you need to have a bit of knowledge in that industry. You need to be excited about it. There is challenges in pest control industries, such as the same way it is in every other industry. I hope you can still hear me.
Yes.
So
Loud and
there are
clear.
challenges in pest control industry, just as we have in every other industry all over the world. And in Nigeria in particular, we have our own peculiar, unique challenges. In our own case, we started very, very crude, very little. And that is why we become a case study for how to start little and grow to become a masterpiece in what you do. And that is the story of the fortune today that we currently have. And starting with, like I mentioned, it's not about the figure, it's not about the amount of capital or the equipment you put together. Because pest control in itself is called pest control, it's not the equipment. You can control pests without all this sophisticated equipment and still do an excellent job. Knowledge sets you differentiate you from the crowd, right? Knowledge differentiate you from the crowd. So in respect to how I began my own journey, I never started with the money because I didn't have the money. In fact, I remember after I've decided to start, I started with a 10,000 naira loan from my mother. And I remember the day she gave me that 10,000 naira loan. And this was
Wow.
after I started telling everybody in my neighborhood, in the environment, in the street, in the city, I can help you control your pest. I can help you to control your pest. Finally, somebody gave me a job after 3 months. After 3 months of me
Marketing
walking the
first.
streets, marketing first, you
Wow.
get the idea. Because no matter how gifted you are, if you don't know how to sell your
Hmm.
talent is useless. So I always
Hey,
tell
jot
everyone,
things down.
either
Jot
you're a
things down.
mentee or you are a this. A lot of people want to learn, want to say, oh, I want to learn how to key this, how to control this pest. You may have all the
Hmm.
knowledge of Professor Wole Soyinka in your head, and you don't know how to sell the book you write. It is useless.
True.
Business priority first in this thing. So you must. That is why for the past 13 years, I've had the privilege of mentoring dozens and hundreds of people. To be humble, one primary thing I've always told them to learn is how to sell. You just have to learn how to sell. You just have to be aggressive. You just have to be strategic. You just
Learn how
have to
to
learn how to
sell.
get the customer. You can always get the job done. A lot of our people, especially growing people like me, we focus on the operation. Oh, let me learn how to do
Hmm.
the work. You keep attending training about operation. but you do
Hmm.
less about sales and
Your
marketing and branding.
marketing. Kai.
And you realize that even there's a statement that was popular that anointing without money is annoyance.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that
Jot things
means
down.
when you have all the knowledge, all the gifts, all the ability, when you
You,
open
you,
your mouth, you speak solutions,
wow.
you know, and there
I'm
is no
just
job to
understanding that word now, like anointing without. Wait, please let me repeat
money.
that thing.
So
Anointing
anointing
without
without
money is
money
anointing.
is annoyance.
Yes.
Is annoyance. So you may have all the knowledge,
Hmm.
all the skills, but you don't know how to convert to sales. It is
Hmm.
useless,
It's actually going to be
right?
extremely frustrating.
No, it's useless. It could be. I've seen a lot of people keep complaining there's no job, and they have the knowledge. The head is full.
Hmm.
Call them to come and establish IPM in a facility. They
Hmm.
are very good, but they don't have the
Hmm.
customers. Then they are frustrated out of the business to go and start another business, or they carry their certificate and go and look for another job. Oh, pest control industry
Hmm.
is not profitable. Why some of us are making millions day in, day out? You see?
Fantastic.
So it's about being creative. The first skill you learn, the most important skill to you is sales. You must know how to bring in the money first.
Sales first.
You
Sales
could get the
first.
job. Every of my mentee that I've trained, when they say, "Oh, how do I learn this job?" I say, "Go and get the customer first." When
Hmm.
you get the customer, call the fortune to come and help you execute. When you follow the fortune one, two, three times, you will be master of the
You will
job.
get it. You will
That's
get
all.
it.
That's all. But if you learn, and that is why, if you observe all the training that the fortune has organized over the years, one key
Hmm.
curriculum in our training is sales, branding, and marketing. We don't joke
Hmm.
because I believe so much in sales, in strategy, and the energy. They're putting the right energy into your sales and
Into
your
sales first.
projection. If you have a day in pest management and you don't get up to 3 to 5 calls, it may be a useless call. Come and do one bedroom in Bauchi State. It may be one funny call that you may not, but at least you must have a call coming in. Your
Exactly.
funnel
Just
must
keep the
be,
call
you must
coming
have
in.
your funnel popping in every day, or else you will just be like, how are they doing? How the fortune they do answer? Only in does they do this thing.
It
You
doesn't.
go just a beef.
this
You go
is this
just
is
a
where
beef.
this is where the annoyance comes in.
The annoyance is setting. You go just the beef, and you know the
Oh
funniest thing
my.
is be all
Yes,
your
sir.
beef is for nothing.
Exactly. It doesn't change anything
It's for
actually.
nothing. As you are beefing, your customer will call us again. Come back. The one you are still doing, we go still collect them. Just do it. People always say that, why are you so real like this? I say, but this is the only way you can learn, everybody. This is the reality. This is the game. It's a competitive industry. It's brutal out there. Come on. I don't know if you get me. You see? So it's not something to just think that, oh, I've learned the work and the customer will just come to you on a platter of gold. It doesn't happen that way. You see, it doesn't happen that way. Did you lost me at any time? Are you hearing me at all?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
No.
I can hear you loud
So
and
so
clear.
that is what it is. So priorities should be put when you are setting your budget as a service provider. The
True.
budget for sales marketing should be as
More.
important as your budget for equipment and chemicals or whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
In my class in industrial chemistry, fortunately, SB, you study industrial chemistry.
Oh, I'm
Maybe
proudly a
you are still
chemist.
studying. Maybe you are still
Proudly a,
studying.
chem- a chemist
But
once is a
I
chemist
left I
forever.
left industrial chemistry class about 13 years ago. But if you understand,
Wow.
there's a course we do in industrial chemistry 300
Yes.
level. They will tell you that your raw materials must be close to the market. At your factory, your
True.
production factory must be
Industrial
close to raw
economics.
material, right? Yes, we
Yes.
get it. Then I remember one of my professor now says that, there's a course we go and borrow to do in management accounting in the commercial department. Why would they ask a
Hmm.
chemistry student to go and do management and
But
finance?
you did
Because
you did
they always
marketing.
tell us that whatever you are producing as an industrialist, if you don't know how to market, you don't know how to
Hmm.
sell, you don't know how to project, you'll be frustrated out of it. That means
Interesting.
as important as your production, sales and marketing is equally important.
Hmm. The marketing is
Sales
very
and
much important.
marketing is equally important, if not more than important than what you are trying to do, which is controlling pests. That is why
Hmm.
every of your worker and every of your staff must be like you. In many cases, many of our customers at the fortune, they've not seen my personal face before. But when they see
Wow.
my guys, they are you the fortune? Are you the fortune? Because we look alike, we are together. As in,
Hmm.
we say the same thing. The energy is right with each other. The people they
I
on
mean,
how you guys they do it,
Wow.
It's the
That's
way
like
we
creating
it's
like
the
a
way we
carbon copy in your stuff.
yes, we that is why I can be in the same place and I can be operating 10, 20 places at the same time. And that should be the
Wow.
goal of everyone listening to me. If you are
Hmm.
practicing pest control, have you thought to yourself that can you have 10 operations going on at the same time and
At the
none of
same
them will
time.
flop?
That's scaling up.
Yeah, you get the
Hmm.
idea. That is why you will move from being an artisan to an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
Many of our fellow PCOs and first managers, they are still artisan. They are still in the realm of being an artisan. They are the one
Hmm.
that will carry the machine.
The
They are the
matter.
one that will mix the chemical. They are the one that will go to site. They will drive themselves. They will enter
Hmm.
down full like meat before. They will get they when they now get home, they want to now do publicity on social media. They are tired. Chemical, and you know when you deal with chemical will drain you. You'll be so tired. Then
Exactly.
they are not
Exactly.
they are not effective. They are not
Hmm.
effective. You cannot scale like me.
Hmm.
You cannot do so much like me or like every other person that has scaled up.
That's true.
I have to say this to you the way it is. Somebody may say, why is he talking so boldly or so proudly? I burnt my bridges. If
True.
I tell you the challenges myself went through, you know that I have the right to say what I'm saying. But I don't
True.
need to tell you,
True.
right?
True.
But I'm saying this to you so that you can pinch everyone there and cause them to wake up
Exactly.
that
I
this
mean, it's
business that we
best
are
to
into.
say exactly how it is so that people can understand what exactly steps they need to actually start to implement. Because
You
all
get the
these
idea?
things is not it's not just to say it, but to start implementing it and seeing the results instantly. Because if somebody can do it, you can also do it. Why then waste more time? Just learn from the strategies and get it done. And get it done immediately. So
Absolutely.
no cap.
Absolutely.
Very good. Shoot on,
Absolutely.
right on, sir.
So
I'm learning.
I started from the garage of my dad in a very
Hmm.
remote community far in Ondo State, in Akure, and very remote. Our in fact, our house was not in the high profile place. In fact, nobody, if anybody where I was living there, and see rat in their house, they would rather kill the rat and eat it than for them to pay you. Than for them to pay you to come and control the rats. But that is where I started from. And I started talking. That's why some people, everyone want to go to VA and Lekki. You spend all your money to go and get an office. You are wasting your time.
Hmm.
The small money that you are supposed to use to scale up in certain area, you are using to go and get
Just
one
bye
office
bye
that is
office.
bigger than you.
That's another thing
You better
about
strategize
priority, re-strategize,
priority.
skill of
Yes.
preference.
So I started from
Very
that
good.
place and I started moving from that place. People thought maybe I just started out in Lagos. I never started out in Lagos. I came to Lagos 3 years, even 4 years after I've started pest control in 2012.
Hmm.
And when I came to Lagos in 2012, I did not kill the business in Ondo State. We still have operation vehicles, staff, and workers there. We only extended further. You get the
Hmm.
idea. So
That's a
it's not that
strategic
you say
move.
because you are relocating, you kill the branch of a place. You scale. We have staff that are collecting salary there. But we started there from that crude community. And when we started, it took me the first 3 months before I net in my first client. Right? So first 3 months before I net in my first client. So can you still hear me? I guess the network from the studio there is popping here and there. I really hope you can hear me. So it took us that long, up to 3 months before I net in my first client. And when I said my first client, I remember vividly that what that client is. SB, let me tell you.
Yes, sir.
After 3 months of starting pest management, this is after my NYC. When I said
True.
I can do pest control, it took me 3 months of walking the street of Akure Ondo State before I get my first client. When I got this first client, it was 3 months, 90 days. I don't forget, that was 2009. 3 months of walking, my shoe peeled, my leg, and I was walking every day, sharing flyer from house to house.
Wow.
And the first job I got was 5,000 naira. Was for 5,000 naira. I remember 2009 in November 2009. I started in August, 30th of July, 31st of July. I got that job in November, October, I guess. 5,000. You
Wow.
know the work? Somebody in one community called Shagari Village in Ondo State, Akure, has
Okay.
citrus tree, orange tree in his compound, and this
Okay.
orange tree has some insects disturbing his
Wow.
orange. And somebody he told that, and there's a guy that can, and I was a graduate, so I carry. Then when they said come and do the job, I went there to check. The woman says going to pay me 5K. I was so happy. 5K, 5K.
It
You
looks like
know,
gold.
that was my first earning. That was
That's
my
true.
first earning after 90 days of walking the
Hmm.
streets. I did not have any equipment. You know what I tell you? I did not first invest in equipment. The first
Hmm.
investment I invested on was flyers, marketing materials,
Marketing first.
not the machine.
Hmm.
I started walking the street. So I had to rush to my mother. I remember rushed to my mother and I pleaded for her to give me 10,000 naira, and she gave me 10,000 naira, not a loan, but was a grant, and that was what became the fortune today. I
Hmm.
remember how I spent that 10,000 naira. I bought a manual knapsack sprayer 4,500.
5,000 has enough. That's gone.
I bought I bought one black overall. You know those raincoats, that black one, that
Yes.
leather raincoat.
Yes.
Those
Yes.
days, 1,000 naira. I bought a
Wow.
chemical called Lara Force, Lambda Silotrine. They used to sell it for 900 naira. I bought face goggle,
Wow.
550. I bought boots. BB now. I spent 10,000. I think then it remained 500 naira with me that I used to enter taxi to the site to do
Wow.
the work.
Wow.
I did the work. I was baptized with lambda. You know the way how they pepper me that day. You know, those of you know what it is. Yeah, I've told people that you need to go through that baptism in this world to know that you
In
are
this
really.
world, to know
So
that, yes,
yeah, the baptism of that chemical. When you got home and you can't sleep, and it's peppering your eye, peppering your head, it's peppering.
that's one of the effect of Lara Force.
Yeah, you get the idea. And that was the beginning, really. Jokes apart.
Hmm.
I'm just saying this to you. It doesn't start that rosy. To a lot of people, it could start that rosy. You may be work. I never worked somewhere, so I never had any saving. I was just a fresh university graduate
True.
that just knew
True.
that I should focus on this and this will work for me. And I was challenged, man. It was traumatizing. I remember a day after many weeks of getting hungry, somebody come and said, come and help him do weed control in his house.
Hmm.
Weed control, weed chemical herbicide
Yes.
in his
Yes.
backyard. The man promised me 3,000 naira.
Wow.
I got to the place. You can't employ anybody with 3,000 naira,
Exactly.
right?
It's not possible.
So
It's
I
not
got to the
possible.
place. I have to carry my pump myself. I started spraying the backyard. In the middle of the sun, around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, a thought just came to my mind. Are your day, but you are a graduate, and you are 2-1, second class upper, industrial chemistry, and you are spraying somebody's backyard. Are you okay? Are you? Is there? Have they just you? Is there a cause? And I was and I like for just 3,000, you are in this sun, in
You know
this
the funniest thing?
coverall, and you are sweating. How 3,000? A whole you. And I was a big boy before now. Do you know? As that thought was come to my eyes, the first time I started, tears came out of my eyes. I cried that
Wow.
day. I remember I cried.
But it's only you that
I,
understand where you are going to.
I thought I should just drop that machine and just walk away.
Ah,
You know, that spirit told me again, which I believe is the Holy Spirit, said, calm
hmm.
down, relax, keep going.
I know where you are going
Right?
to.
Calm down, relax, keep going. The Fortune is an international brand today. Jokes apart.
Hmm.
Jokes apart. The
Wow.
Fortune is an international brand. Jokes apart. Globally,
Wow.
jokes apart.
Wow.
That is the reality. It's beyond what anybody could
I mean, when,
even,
when
jokes apart.
Hmm.
That's the
When I
reality.
thought about the topic, when I talked about the topic, I was like, who would I bring into the show that has this very good background that can evaluate the background, then look at how to start, scale, because it's very important to start. It's interesting to start, but something will keep you in that business.
Yeah. Yeah, SB, can I see hear you? Okay, I guess maybe your network, right? So, yeah, SB, can I see hear you? So,
You
this,
talked
okay, I
about
guess maybe the network, okay, right? Good. Welcome back.
Great. So you talked about marketing now. What are exactly are the marketing steps that every pest control operator needs to put in place? Because everybody now is okay. Now they understand the nitty gritty of the pest control industry, of how to get rid of all these pests, but literally they don't know what exactly is involved in the marketing aspect. So what exactly they need to put forward, in terms of the marketing and increasing sales?
Yeah, you see, what I've learned so far in what I've done is you have to be rugged, man. You
Hmm.
see, it's not it's your shoe have to you have to be rugged, man. Because if you are using one strategy and that strategy don't work, move to another strategy. Evolve.
True.
There are
True.
strategies in this marketing that keep evolving every day. The one that works for you, keep doing
Exactly.
it.
True.
Mhm. So when you are
Exactly.
trying and something is not working, don't just say, hey, this thing no they work. Hey, jump to another strategy. There's millions of strategy for sales and marketing and digital marketing, especially now that internet has made life easier for
Internet
all
has
of
taken
us.
over everything.
Make it easier for all of us. You cannot tell me that you're a service provider and you cannot project yourself. You have over 2,000, 3,000 people on your phone. How many of them know that you practice pest control?
Practice pest
I
control.
don't know. People are just on serious. They will tell you people are just on serious because I don't
That's
know. There's no shame. If you are, I have this ideology that if you don't hunt, you don't eat.
you
You
don't
got to
hunt, you
hunt.
don't
You
eat.
don't eat. Yeah, you got to
Hmm.
have an hunter's mindset. Yeah,
Hmm.
it is. I said it is brutal there. Competition is stiff.
It's very,
Then
very
you have to
steep.
be creative with solutions, with strategies, with tools, with products that will help you scale.
Hmm.
So, so whatever works for you, maximize them, prime it. The Bible said to us that if a fruit is bearing seed, is bearing if a tree is bearing fruit, he said the husbandman will come there and prune it so that it can bear fruit the more. The one that doesn't bear fruit, he said he will cut it off. So with all the strategy, if it is Facebook that is working for you, if it is IG, thread, any platform, flyers, billboard,
Hmm.
one-on-one talk, direct messages, broadcast. Please don't stop. Somebody may
That's
say your own is too much. How are you broadcasting so much? Okay, now them go feed your children. In the midst of you broadcasting,
that's the
in the
fact.
midst, in the midst of you broadcasting, you will see the one or two people that will call you. You
Hmm.
understand? The people that is abusing you today, when you are
True.
poor and broke, they will laugh you. They will laugh you.
That's true. That's the sincere truth.
So that means number one thing you take away from your life, from your mind, is shame, shyness. No
True.
shame, brother.
Hmm.
Guy, you must carry. You see,
You have
I, I remember when I first got our first car. As I was driving around, I said, "I know if they drive car, make this car no dey advertise. I know if you buy new shirt, make the shirt no advertise the fortune. Wetin? Everything must advertise the fortune.
wow. And that's a strategic
Everything
move,
must
honestly.
advertise
That's a
everything.
strategic
So
move.
So how can I go and buy a shirt? Those days, I buy a shirt of 2,000, a whole 2,000, not 20K that I can buy easily now. I'm talking about 2,000, a whole me 2,000 naira shirt. I'm not going to advertise. No,
So those materials are like investments to you.
you get it. In fact, let me tell you the skills. When I was in Akure, I had only one shirt that was
Let me
branded.
learn.
Only one. In fact, I used that shirt
Wow.
until the shirt tear in the back. Only one shirt that was branded. I don't wear it every day. You know why?
Hmm.
I always fold it inside my bag. I have this bag. Anytime a client call me that, oh, can you come to this location? I want to do something. I will just change to that shirt.
Wow.
I will just change to that shirt. I don't just appear casually. Me, I may
True.
have been doing any other thing with any other. I changed because that was the only thing that shows my brand to the person. So as I arrived to that guy,
True.
I can earn extra 10. If the job was supposed to be 40K, because I appear decently, I speak better English, not the best, and I come branded, I can say my price is 50K. The guy will be sluggish to price it. Oh, yeah, the 40 day 45K. I don't earn extra 5K from the standard price.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
The
That's a
value of that
strategic move.
shirt, I don't get a double.
Hmm.
So, so it is this. It is not now. People say, "Oh, you have a lot of cars that you brand." Is it today? It's
Hmm.
not even brand. Just wait. Watch us in the next 3, 6 months and 1 year. See what we have. We have not. You got to project yourself out there. You are not.
Hmm.
Nobody's paying you salary. You are not a government worker. For you that you are a government worker that you are being paid salary, bless her down. Me,
Hmm.
I did not have the privilege. I did not have the privilege of getting a loan, of getting a grant, of getting a government worker. I did not have such privilege. Then you think I will not be rugged on the field? That is what make me rugged
Exactly.
at like who I am.
Exactly. Just
No,
keep pushing
no,
every
no, no,
single day.
none of those things came from anywhere. You got to be rugged. You got to push yourself on the street. How can
Hmm.
I buy something of 10 million, 5 million, 1 million, and it's not advertising?
Hmm.
It's a waste. To At this stage, I've not come to the point of that luxury.
Hmm.
You flow with me. I've not come to the point of that logic. E get to a stage wey say I go dey bubble like $10 if you go inside the yacht. Even when I buy the yacht, I go still crest and the fortune. When I buy the airplane, I go still put the fortune. You go see it is identity.
Exactly. I know
Then
you for one thing. I know
the
you for
price
one
will
thing.
go up higher. Yeah, correct.
I know you for one thing, and that thing is actually marketing. And when it comes to marketing, it's not just anyhow marketing. It's what we call aggressive marketing. There should be aggressive marketing. So I mean that's sick because it's very important. It's very much important. You can't be in a business and you're not making sales, right? If you're not making sales, then you're not in business. You literally need business to keep running every time. So now, in the matter of talking about increasing your business and awareness and all those kind of things. So in case like this now, you have different branches. You have a branch in Abuja, you have a branch in Akure. I think you have one in Odo, then you have in Lagos, and even in Lagos, you have like 2 or 3 branches in Lagos again. So how do you
Correct.
manage like your operational activities? Because there are so many other brands that are listening to this show right now, and they are thinking about, I want to also scale up like Mr. Ayodeji. I want to scale up like him. But how do I tend to manage my operational scale up like this? How do I manage every single thing?
Okay,
How can they make it
Thank you,
much more
SB.
possible for them?
Yeah, I made a
Yes, sir.
decision about 5 years ago. When I made that decision, it
Hmm.
looks, in fact, I was scared to make the decision. For about 5, 6 years ago, I stopped going to site. I stopped going to
Wow.
site. I
Wow.
used to be the one that would lead my team to site. I was the one that trained my team how to use all the equipment. But since about 5, 6 years, I don't know. I have not seen any of my customer face to face.
Wow. That's a very good decision.
Okay, you know, like how risky? Yes, there are a lot of challenges. It's risky.
So risky.
It's risky, but it also helped me
This
to
is
scale
risky.
faster. I was telling a
Because you
colleague,
have more time.
how you get it. I liberated a lot of time, so I can sit down like this and coordinate like a control room. In fact, I can be in
Exactly.
my room for 3 days, not going out. I coordinate like a control room.
Wow. That's structure.
You get it. I was telling a colleague, I said, do you know that we have operational office in Abuja with SUV as official car of the manager? My manager in Abuja drives SUV. I said,
Awesome.
but do you know that I've not been in Abuja in 2 years?
Wow.
I said,
And
I've not.
you have a
I
well
said,
good
since the
structure
day
already.
I opened that office, I've not been back to Abuja in 2 years. And I pay some, like, really? And that colleague of mine said he just opened Abuja office and he has to be going to Abuja at least once a week, flying. I said, me, I know, you know how much I'm using to fly to Abuja every week?
Hmm.
I said, in 2 years, I've not been there.
Another thing is trusting your
I'm
guys
not
also.
recommending it for anybody, but you see, you get to a point in your life when you have 200 branches, will you be everywhere? I said something earlier on the other time that there's a difference between an artisan and an entrepreneur. An artisan is that one that wants to be there by himself. If he did not trust his boys, he did not trust his workers, he did
Exactly.
not, even though those
Trust.
guys may misbehave, I trust my guys. I believe in their ability and capacity to deliver better than me. Because I believe I
Wow.
have put it inside of them, they can do it even better than I do. That is why whatever
Hmm.
we are doing at the fortune, I always ask the opinion, guy, what do you think about this? Now this thing will work. Say, oh God, it will be better like this with your experience. I don't just push it on them that this is the knowledge. Because
Exactly.
the
That's
one that is
leadership.
practicing it has more testimony than the one that is reading it in theory.
Exactly.
So we by that we're able to say, I was just talking to my wife this evening. I said, do you know that our guy in Akure just executed in 3 days a job over ₦1 million worth? And in my mind,
Wow.
before it started, I was thinking in my mind that, do I need to go to Akure? Do I need to go to Akure? I said, but the way the guy handled the
True.
job, I said, the guy just handled the job. Me just day here, just did everything and deliver.
That's proper training.
He just did everything and deliver.
Hmm.
The flow. He coordinated his staffs. He recruited more staff to join him. He coordinated them. He
Wow.
paid them. He has his own official car as well, the fortune branded car in Akure there. He coordinated them. He paid them.
Awesome.
Me, I'm just looking from afar. I'm
Awesome.
just seeing reports. I'm just seeing video calls.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
I didn't have to burn fuel to
Wow.
travel. But some
True.
of you get a job of 50K now. You go leave your house now, go Nasarawa.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, your energy, your mind, your ability, your psychology
Diverted.
is directed on that
Hmm.
place. You are not able to broaden.
That's
You are
that's
not able
that's
to
that's another
spread your
thing.
neck. And you know the work we do is very energy consuming. That means the moment your body is tasked, your brain cannot function adequately.
Hmm.
The moment you put too much on your body, your brain become less productive.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you have to liberate time consciously, and this is recommended for everyone. If you are here, you've not have a permanent staff, stop using this ad hoc staff.
Ad
It
hoc
will
staff.
not build your business.
Hmm. Jot things down. Get a
Put that
permanent staff.
you may need to save for first 3 months to save the salary of that staff. Even if it is the staff of, let's say you employ 18-year-old boy that is very young. If that's what I started with. Some of my guys have been with me when they were teenagers. So
Hmm.
if it is just 20K you want to pay somebody every month, let the person, if there is no work, you may say, but when there is no work, what will the person be doing? He will be living with you and be smiling with you. Both of you will be playing together, or you give the person flyer to go and share.
I think it's a limiting mindset to actually be thinking of when there is no work. Because if you have a mindset like an aggressive marketing like you have, like you have said earlier on, you would be thinking of every day is a great day for me to make more sales and increasing your
Correct.
sales. So if you're having a limiting, that's like a limiting mindset. So if you have a limiting mindset towards getting more clients every single day, or thinking why exactly do I need to pay somebody if I'm not getting enough job? So it means that there's a loophole for the pest control company or the pest control operator to fix in and get more clients, get your marketing done ASAP. That's a fantastic point.
Correct.
Great.
Correct. So first thing to scale, just as you have started, you're already doing well in your work. The next thing is basically is for you to try and get a permanent staff. Stop using this ad hoc staff; they will mess you up. The day they are not available, your business is in limbo. You know,
True.
and you are passing the train. They are not your permanent staff. Engage at least one full
Hmm.
staff. Sacrifice. That's the essence of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is sacrifice. You are
Sacrificial.
sacrificing a lot to pay somebody when, even when you don't know, you cannot guarantee how to pay the salary. Maybe the money will come. In fact, in 2 months,
True.
3 months, maybe you don't have the money, but the day it will
Hmm.
push out. You get it? The day it will push
Even,
out. That's the
even yourself, you'll be
sacrifice.
shocked.
So get at least one staff, full staff.
Hmm.
Have it. Employ one person. Somebody say, but I employ my staff, I train the staff, and the staff left. Don't stop training them.
Exactly. You have to keep
Don't
on
say,
training.
I will not train. I will. The one that will stay, the value the person will give to you will be times 10 of the people that left you.
Hmm.
So don't look at the challenges of somebody stole your idea. Should I be telling you the story of people that have stolen my own idea? People that have, if I begin to tell you, people call me and tell me different challenges they go through. Make I tell you
Hmm.
stories
Wow.
for you to know some of the challenges that we too have to contend with. You
Great.
get
Great.
it?
Great.
so
At
so
this point, at this point now, I want us to hear from the people that are listening from maybe from YouTube, from the radio directly, or from Inside Radio, or from the Facebook platform. We're going to release the phone lines that you can call in on the show directly, so you can also be partake of this discussion tonight, because I feel like this is a discussion for the pest control operators, and it's a topic that they need to also learn from, and they need to also partake from it. So the phone lines to call in is 09169671279, 09169671279. That's the phone lines to call in on the show, and that's the phone lines that is scrolling down if you're watching from Facebook or from Instagram or from YouTube or even from LinkedIn. So call in, let's hear from you. Let's hear what you have to say and what are the questions that you have. So now, in terms of these pest control operators, increasing your pest control technicians and all, how do you guarantee that these people are in relations, or they work with the regulatory body standard, and also proper training for these technicians? How do you ensure that? How do you
thank
put that
you.
in place?
At the Fortune, we prioritize training so much, right?
Great.
Training of when if you see us doing training today, it's because we are a reflection of who we are. We train
Hmm.
our staff the way we want to be. From having the efficacy is part of our work. Having this expertise, eh?
True.
the expertise, the presentation, the character.
Hmm.
There will be one or two issues, one on here and there. But you see, we train. We don't joke with training. I started paying for my staff training. They go to training. We train them. We have backup training in-house and out. So, and I try
Wow.
to put myself fully in them so that anywhere they
Yeah.
go, because they are representing me. If they
Hmm.
fuck up, that means I fucked up.
True.
And when they do well, I get the praise. So
Hmm.
I put it in them. I put myself as much
Exactly.
as I into these guys. And that is why, do you know something about the fortune? Sorry to say, maybe this may not go well with everybody. At the fortune, we don't hire experts. People say,
Hmm.
how do you get your staff? We don't hire. We don't hire experts. Sorry, so we don't.
I think you need to you need to talk more on that. Expand.
We don't,
Expand. What do you mean by
we
that?
don't hire
Okay.
experts. Experts will not understand your ideology.
Hmm.
Oh, somebody say, oh God, I have worked with social person. I worked with SB for 3 years. Please employ me. I'm an expert in this. I say, oh, okay. Really,
Ah,
okay, that's
you
beautiful.
just lost the opportunity if you say that though.
It's a rare case.
Hmm.
We raise people. We see
That's
you the
very
way you
good.
are. We train you. We raise you for you to understand our ideology, our impulses, our mannerism, our vision, where we are
Hmm.
going, so that we can speak the same language. We raise you. We raise you and you grow with us. We develop your capacity. We build you in house before we unleash you to the public. We don't just employ you
True.
and say go to somebody's house because our work is so private in nature. We attach you to a team for you to get trained, to train. We don't just hire somebody that is 10 years experience. Maybe as we are moving further for expansion, we can hire people.
Hmm.
We're looking at that. But at least for now, what we do majorly here is that we raise people. We train them, we build them up in-house. And our guys stay with us because the energy is
Hmm.
bonded together with us in love. The vision is clear with everybody.
Fantastic.
And,
Fantastic.
and that is one thing that we
Fantastic.
do, especially for those that are having issue with staff. For staff, employ the person, train the person, invest in the person, and your investment will
Hmm.
not go
Proper
to waste.
training.
I tell you, I tell you,
Hmm.
I tell you.
Fantastic. 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 So talking about training now, you have an upcoming training for pest control operators. I want us to discuss about that because that would be much more beneficial. And then before we talk about that, we have a lot of comments coming in from YouTube. We have comment coming from Facebook. We also have comments coming in from the website, which is the Inside Radio. So let me first start with Inside Radio. We have Francis Arigan. Sorry if I didn't pronounce the name very well. He said, "Right on, sir." I think he's feeling you the same way I'm feeling you here in the studio. Then we have Toby Crusher Fumigation. He said exactly. I think he's also feeling your vibe too. And everybody's just feeling you. Everybody's enjoying you. Thank you very much. So we also have Prince Ademola Henry. He said great job. Then we also have Francis Wakpa. Um, Francis Wakpa, he said, well done, bro. That's well done, brother. Thank you very much for joining on the show. So, as I said earlier on, the phone lines is still open 09169671279. If you want to call us on the show directly, let's hear from you. What do you have to say? What are the questions that you have for Mr. Ayodeji D Fortune? He has said so much about quality marketing strategies, getting your staff trained and increasing your mindsets to be able to get more people in your brand, then also increase your investments, invest properly. Also, there's a comment coming in right now. We also have let me put this right on the show. More comments are just flowing. So we have Eco Balance Consulting said this is fantastic. Thank you very much for joining on the show. Then we also have Mr. Wally Odedeji. The Fortune is our mentor. Always our mentor. Always our mentor. Then we also have Ahuta Amisu. This is what I've been waiting for so long. Fantastic. We also have been waiting for you to also join us on the show for so long. Thank you very much for joining tonight. These are the
Yeah.
people, these are the pest control operators, and we literally need to like educate them. So now, going back to this topic of the upcoming training that you have on the show, let me put that up here. Sure, I want you to give us a brief about that and about this upcoming training and how the pest control operators can tap into this system to scale up their mindsets because you just actually delved. You shake a lot of tables. a lot of tables, so you literally don't know what this is going to cost to a lot of pest control operators tonight. Everybody's just going to go and sleep and say, ha, what do you be? My head, have I been sleeping? So you've waked up a lot of spirits now. So, I mean, there is still more. There is still more that you would unleash. And I think so many comments are still coming in. So many comments are still coming in. Let me still raise this before you dive in straight up. So someone said it is key, and I'm encouraged despite also. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So I mean, you shaked a lot of tables tonight. So let's talk about the training that you have upcoming, like the one that is actually on the screen right now.
Thank you, SB, and thank you everyone for your nice comment. I appreciate you. I don't want to set trouble your waters. I just believe that this is the reality, and the reality will always
Honestly,
take us
you need to
higher.
say it the way it is.
So, next week is going to be a special 2 days in pest control industry in Nigeria. We're having a 2-day training seminar, a 2-day training course, and it's going to be, there's a reason why we put it as IPM and ITT, integrated pest management and integrated termite treatment techniques. A lot of
Sure.
people, everybody, a lot of our mentee, quite a number, they will say, oh, we've not been getting job, we've not been getting job. The difference between you and the person that is getting job is knowledge, is some information.
Hmm.
Two areas. Let me give you an instance. Currently, IPM, the whole IPM that is being practiced in Nigeria currently, it is no IPM. Are you getting me? It is no IPM. All what everybody has been doing is actually semi-fumigation slash pest management.
Semi
Semi-fumigation slash pest management. If you practice, see SB, if you have just two IPM accounts, that is
Yes.
viable IPM account, now you will just put your headphone on your head and just be collecting money every month as a practitioner.
Honestly, I mean
A
that's what
viable
I have
IPM
some
account.
colleagues in the US. So they just say I just service like two accounts
So
per
it's
per, per
enough.
month,
See,
per month, and I'm
IPM,
okay.
IPM will
Ah,
differentiate you from the boys. It is not
exactly,
this semi-fumigation where you just carry chemical up and down. It is not by base station.
exactly.
It is not by light traps. There is more to integrated pest management, and it's a billion
Okay.
dollar industry. You see, one
Hmm.
thing is that a lot of people don't know, and the law now called every manufacturing industry in Nigeria, many of them export their product overseas. Should I tell you something now? One of the
Tell
criteria
us.
now, one of the
Yes.
criteria for having ISO 9001 certification or ISO certification by everybody is that you must have a functional IPM program in your factory, not fumigation, not come and
Hmm.
fumigate every 3 months. You
Hmm.
must have a functional IPM program with quality
Wow.
reporting in your production. So every
Wow.
factory in Nigeria, every production facility, every building, they are all in the next 3 years. IPM will shift out all illegal fumigators from the industry because it is that will
Hmm.
differentiate men from the boys. All these
Hmm.
people carrying pop-up and that doesn't want to know how to build themselves and promote themselves into the core of the business. They will find out
Hmm.
that nobody is talking to you because those guys will not even patronize, they will not even look at your side.
That's the
It's not
fact.
enough that currently I'm servicing 5 factory. I just carry 40 machine. I have all the equipment. IPM doesn't care
Hmm.
about the equipment you have.
Hmm.
And by correct, in fact, every company that export product overseas, like Nigerian bottling company, Cadbury, Nestle, Pizza, name them, they must all have IPM certification before the
Hmm.
overseas
Before they
company can
can.
receive their product.
Wow. So
Now
that
it
means they
has
need pest
become
control operators. Wow.
yes, and they must see the company doing it. They must see the
Wow.
certification, the capability of the company doing it, the experience, the data that's been generated, how you are graphing it, how you are submitting it on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly basis in histogram,
Hmm.
reporting. So it's beyond just fumigation, and that is why I said this is a big part of our business that a lot of people don't know yet, and this is where you're going to really see pest controller being a millionaire and billionaire in the near future.
Hmm.
Another part that people have left alone, that is why I told you we chose the topic of this training carefully. IPM and termite treatment is termites. People
Hmm.
with termite alone, you can become a multi-millionaire in Nigeria.
Wow.
Practice it and make control, because you see, by study, almost 18% to 9% of our land in Nigeria, north to south, is termite infested.
Wow.
And it's termite infested. Termite infested. Go everywhere. Go to the north. Go to the east. Go to the west. Ondo State that I came from is full of termite. Every household.
I know for Ondo State. Fantastic.
Go to Anambra. Go to Imo. Go to Kano. Go to the Middle Belt. You know what? We are talking about termite. Farmers, the major problem that most farmers face is termites.
Okay.
Termite is the one eating up their harvest. You get the
So
idea
now
now?
I have a question on the chat box. A question on the chat box. It says, Mr. Francis Arigan, he said, is it advisable to recruit a staff without an office as a beginner who is customer base is not strong enough? Is it advisable to recruit a staff without an office as a beginner? This is a fantastic question.
You have a house.
Okay.
Your staff can come. You can recruit a staff and say the staff just be sharing ambush on the traffic every morning. And then when you close by 2 o'clock, go home. Is it not the staff? It doesn't have to resume in any place.
That's a sincere truth. That's a sincere truth.
Because it will get to a point when you train that staff very well. We are talking about how to scale. When you train that staff very well, there will be day that 2 clients will call you for inspection. You send your staff somewhere. Oh, madam, I'm sending my manager to come and check it for me. You go to another place. That means you scale up.
Fantastic.
But you need to develop that guy to the point that you can send him. When he has the capacity of now going to do the work without you being there, you're already there. That means you can go to 2 locations at the same time. Your guy, in fact, if you now train that guy very well, that guy can do 3 locations. You can do 3 locations in a day.
Fantastic.
More profits, more money.
My goodness.
So saying that you don't have an office is not an excuse. But the amount you pay staff should be.
In fact, the person that asked the question now just said something. They say, "Wow." Is chatting directly from the Inside Radio website. I mean, you just nailed it. You nailed it just the way it is. And I love the fact that you actually just went straight to the point and just nailed it just the way it is. So let's just quickly run straight down on a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Mosquitoes and bed bugs are annoying.
And 28th of July 2023 is going to be a banger in the city of Lagos. Integrated pest management, termite treatment training by the fortune with all our corporate partners, Envu, Bayer. You know Bayer, right? They are partners with us on this. They're going to be coming to take calls. You know, Kubo from Korea. They are going to be Dixon or IG from Korea. Arcoken, Inside Radio, and huge a lot of all our partners. And they have awesome gifts for all participation. You know, we have notepad from Envo. We have diary from Envo. We have mock-up from Envo. We have souvenir training materials, pen, here and there. And from Kubo Korea. Some of you are going to be going on with Key Lava. It's a larvicide product. Some of you are going to be going with Mumu's Guard. You know, some of you, mosquito repellent product. Some of you are going to be going on with the hand granules from Kubo Korea. And from the staple of Arcochem, some of you will be going on with rodent-based station and some insect light traps. is beyond what you paid for, I assure you. And from the pet shop, there's the test of pet shop. Some of you are going to be going up with amazing gift of Fumiset and the fucking Flocofin. If you have not registered, come on, register now. Click on the link in bio. Click on the link in bio. Call the number 09099907382. Book your seat now. Take advantage of the early bird discount. Thursday, Friday of the month of July, we are going to be flying at the Black Pear Event Hall, Fish Farm 123 Ogudu Road. Awesome venue, awesome area. I'm going to be there. Dada Shoma will be there. Eric Bay will be there. All of us are going to be there, and we're going to take the pet.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back from the commercial break. What part of the world, no matter your city, no matter your country that you are listening to us from, this is the Pest Experience show. Right now, we've been talking about increasing, overcoming challenges faced by growing a pest control company. And my guest, Mr. Ayodeji De Fortune, has nailed it on the head, said a lot of things about these things, right? About what to do, how to do it, the steps to take to scale up. Also, during the commercial break, we also had a comment from Echo Balance. She said, staff recruiting Staff recruiting is key, and I'm encouraged. Okay, sure, I think I've showed this already. Then we also have one from Mr. Innocent, all the way from LinkedIn. Mr. Innocent Onje said, "No pain, no gain." Interesting. Thank you very much all for listening. So, before we wrap up the show tonight, what exactly would be your takeaway words for the pest control operators that are right here listening on the show?
Thank you, SB, for the opportunity. Don't give up. It did not happen today, it will happen. Just keep improving yourself, learn, associate with people, register for this training, register your staff, register him for this training. Certificate will be issued, which will carry your company name, because part of the IPM manage that I was talking about is every company that wants to give you an IPM job, we ask you for the training of your staff. You cannot say I'm the one that is trained. Nobody will listen to you. You can't beat the competition. You can't beat the competition. You must be able to say I have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think it actually boosts you personally. When you say you have staff, they respect you. Fantastic.
Oh, imagine you go into a bid with 5, 10 companies. I've been in a bid that I see so many of our guys there, 5, 10, 7.
Wow.
We skate through. They're like, how come? So it's not by age. You get by age. So now those little things that people ignore.
Exactly.
Those little things that people ignore because nobody wants you to send an amateur to their site. A company giving you a work. Let me give you an instance. I developed an IPM program for a multinational about 5 years ago. They have 46 locations in Nigeria.
Wow.
They are the biggest beverage company in Nigeria. They have 46 locations across Nigeria, Maiduguri, Sokoto, Bauchi, and I traveled to all those locations and I needed to submit report in 7 days. Is it possible that only me will travel to 47 locations in 7 days?
That's not possible.
Right? That means
that's not possible.
I have enough people to do that with good template. But we submitted the bid in the report, quite extensive, mass, powerful. Imagine I now said to them in my report, because they will ask me where are the name of your staff, their training, their capacity, the people working, that you are proposed working, and I don't have people to show. I must be able to show that this person is working with me, he has attended this training. This person has attended this training, he has attended this training, certification. So it's not just about you, the CEO. In fact, before you start organizing training, their training I don't go by myself. I will pay for my staff to go and attend.
To go and do the training.
Let them go. It's an investment because you will keep the certificate in the office. The day a company will send you a bid document, they are not calling you to see the staff. They just need the certificate of training.
Wow.
And they will call some of us, which are the organizers, to confirm and verify in some cases.
True.
So don't think.
So now we have a question. They said, can we still benefit from the close discounts given to early bird. And we just have few
What,
seconds to run out of the show quickly.
what I would say for
Okay,
the benefit of everybody that attend this webinar this evening, we're going to give
yes,
them the early bird
give
offer.
give
For the people
give
that
give
attend
give my
this
audience
webinar, your audience, the audience of
exactly.
SB that attend this program, if they're going to make their payment
Just
between now and
use
tomorrow,
short code.
those of
Use
you
short
that
code Pest Experience as a
SB
code.
Insight Radio. So we give you,
Exactly.
we revert the early bird
That's the
to you.
coupon
Please
code.
don't exceed tomorrow. Just call 090-999-07382 to book your seat, book for your staff,
Okay, let
and
me
get
pull up
ready,
that
get trained.
banner
A lot
again.
of people are already booking hotel around the venue,
Wow.
preparing for these two
Wow.
days. I'm
And
telling you,
I will
this is
be
the
there
reality on ground.
also.
Quite a
That's
number of
the thing. I'm part of the facilitator too.
Henry
So
Gray is the best. Henry Gray is the best of Envu Bayer for over almost 30 years. When it
wow.
comes to termites, best in South Africa, and they gave him to us to come and do this course. Right?
Okay.
We are
We
bringing
have
you the
we have
best of the
registered
best.
already. We have registered already.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I look
So
forward to seeing you
register your
there.
staff, get people
All
involved,
right.
be excited, anticipate, and you're going to get the best of the best. I assure you. So tell your
Okay.
colleagues, tell friends, but the discount for everyone that attend this program will revert to early bird for you for the purpose of this webinar. So tell everybody, and that
Thank you.
offer
Thank you
ends
very much.
tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Thank you.
4 p.m.
I
Great. Thank
appreciate
you
you.
very much. Thank you very much for joining everyone. It's time to log out of the show. It's been a wonderful time here on the Pest Experience Show. My name remains Shofu Babalola Theophilos. I see you next same time, 7 to 8 p.m. on your number one online radio station, Insight.